Hello, this is Dr. Mears. Today we are going to be reviewing our critical thinking tasks for our geometric sequence and series. Here we go. Number 1, our sum formula r cannot be equal to 1. Why? So here's our sum formula for geometric sequence for the first n number of terms. What I did is I just made up some numbers. So let's say that the first number is 3 and we want the first 4 terms to be added together, and it said that our ratio is not equal to 1, so I'm going to be a little rebel and I'm going to see what happens when I put 1 in, because you're not going to be able to find out why until you see what happens. So let's see what happens. So I put my 3 in, I put my 1 for r, I put my 4 where the n is, and then minus 1, and then 1 minus 1 again. When I do that, what I'm going to get is, I'm going to get 3 times 0 over 0. Because in our calculator, I'm not sure why it's, right, okay, here we go. In our calculator, 1 to the 4th power minus 1 is going to give us 0. So here we have 0. So when we come out with it, 3 times 0 is 0, divided by 0, that gives us 0. So no matter what, our denominator, 1 minus 1, will always be 0. And the numerator, no matter what n we put in, 1 to the, let's say, 16th power even, can you see that? I'm not sure. There we go. Minus 1 is also 0. And I put 16 in. So this numerator number is going to always be 0. So why can't in our sum formula r be equal to 1? Because our sum will always be equal to 0, no matter what u sub 1 we put in, no matter what number of terms we want to add up. So that's it. Will always be 0. All right, let's look at the second one. U sub 1 equals 3. Our common ratio is 5. U sub n is 9,375. We have to find n. So I have u sub 1 to, I don't want to give you the answer. I tried to set this up so it wouldn't take too long. There we go. Okay, u sub n. So we have u sub 1 all the way to u sub n. So let's fill it in. Now, so we have 3. We know that the first one is 3. We can keep multiplying by 5 every time. So this would be 15. We can keep going. But we don't know what spot is 9,375. We know the first one is 3. We can find the second one, we can find the third one, but how many times are we going to have to keep multiplying to get to 9,375? So we have to figure out, what's this number right here? Let's use our formula, u sub n equals u sub 1 times r raised to the n. Let's put our numbers in. We're going to put 9,375 because that is u sub n. So we're going to put it in for u sub n, substitute it in. We know u sub 1 is 3. We know r is 5, they give it to us. We just don't know what that n is. So let's guess and check. So the first number, when I guess and checked, is going to be 8. I tried 8, and so I just put it in the calculator to see if it was equal to 9,375. So I did 3 times 5 to the 8 minus 1. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll just hold it, there we go. 3 times 5 to 8 minus 1, and I got a big number. So I said, that doesn't work. And I said, all right, well, I know I'm going to have to go lower than 8. So what I tried next is I tried 6. And I found in the calculator, it worked. It gave me 9,375. So I now know what n is. N is 6. So up here, we know that 9,375 is actually our 6th term. So n equals 6. Yay! All right, the second one, actually the last one here, I would like you to pause the video and try it. Guess and check. First, substitute your numbers in, and then guess and check what you think that n is. Welcome back. You should have found that n is 7. So when we substituted 7 in here, we should have received 2,176. This has been the critical thinking task. Coming up is going to be world applications. I wanted to do this one first and then that as a second one, so hopefully this helped. Thanks.